Hey everyone, Labyrinth of Evil by James Luceno, as my regular viewers know, is the Legends book about Anakin and Obi-Wan's missions for the Jedi Order right before Revenge of the Sith. Now I've been making tons of videos on this book whenever I stumble upon something that's cool or something you might find interesting. And I thought what I'm going to read today was pretty interesting as well. So this is showing how Dooku and Sidious disagreed on whether Anakin could be turned to the dark side or not. Now at least they disagreed with what the chances were. So, at this point in the story, Sidious is trying to arrange the confrontation between our dynamic duo of Obi-Wan and Anakin with Dooku on the planet Tyth instead of on General Grievous's flagship. If you've been watching the videos, then you're all caught up and you know why this is all happening. So having recently learned that his master plans to turn Anakin and not destroy the young knight, Dooku purposely makes himself bait for the Jedi, though he expresses a degree of doubt to himself that Anakin can actually be so easily torn away from Obi-Wan and their precious light side order. At long last, the two Jedi rushed headlong into the hall, only to stop upon spying his life-sized holo image emanating from the compact holo projector he had left behind. "Dooku," young Skywalker said, as if his tone of voice should suffice to send shivers down the backbones of his opponents. "Show yourself." Rooms distant, Dooku merely spread his hands in a gesture of greeting and aimed his words at the holoprojector's microphone.
"Stand not amazed, young Jedi. Is this not the way you had your first glimpse of Lord Sidious?"
Instead of replying, Kenobi touched Skywalker on the arm, and the two of them began to scan the hall, no doubt in an attempt to locate him through the Force.
"You know you won't find me, Jedi."
"We know you're here, Dooku," Kenobi said suddenly, and with irksome audio distortion. "We can sense you." Dooku sighed in disappointment. They weren't hearing him. Worse, the video feed was also becoming hopelessly corrupted. More through the Force than the holocam feed, he saw them moving toward the very doorway he had taken to reach the control room. Exceptional, he thought. Despite his mastery of the key technique for hiding oneself in the Force, they had located him. Well then, time to entertain them, in observance of Sidious's wishes. Plucking his comlink from his belt, Dooku's right thumb leapt across the small touchpad. Heralded by the sound of metallic footfalls, 50 infantry droids crowded into the archive hall through two opposing doorways, perpendicular to the one through which the Jedi had entered, beginning to things almost as much "I hate sand," Skywalker was saying to his former mentor as he raised his lightsaber over one shoulder. Kenobi spread his legs and brought his blade directly in front of him. Then sweep up. Touched by their camaraderie, Dooku smiled to himself. Darth Sidious had his work cut out for him if he ever expected to turn Skywalker to the dark side. He thumbed a final comlink key, and with that, the droids leveled their blaster rifles at the Jedi and opened fire. So I can't blame Dooku for thinking it would be difficult to turn Anakin to the dark side, not when you see how close he and Obi-Wan were. With just a touch of the arm, the two could communicate, while in addition, even their battle style was a reflection of their friendship, fighting in unison and in complete sync of each other. Together, the two gracefully moved as one organism with deadly precision. Then, while in the most dire of circumstances, like being attacked by an army of battle droids, they still found time for brotherly banter about Anakin's ongoing hatred of sand, which only goes to show their complete trust in each other. That the two of them would be trying to kill each other on Mustafar only a short time from this moment in the book would have shocked the Count, had he lived to see it. I wonder if their Force abilities somehow synced up too. Would that even be possible, do you think? For two or more Force sensitives to be able to augment and share their powers? Kind of like a Dragon Ball Z fusion? After all, together, Obi-Wan and Anakin found the exact route Dooku took and were able to see through his Force concealment ability. Key tech. Would they have been able to do that on their own? Or as quickly on their own, at least? Now, I know the Force doesn't work that way, but what if it did? Then a strong Force user could make a weaker stronger. Right? Could a weaker make a stronger weaker? I'm gonna have to think about this. In the meantime, this is really the second time that we've heard Anakin talk about sand before Revenge of the Sith, so I thought it would be pretty funny to mention it. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you, always.